What's up, dudes? I just woke up. Yeah. How are you doing? So, I heard someone say, what if you don't have a diagnosis? So, yeah, I'm talking about high-functioning, spectrum-y autistic people who don't have a diagnosis. A doctor has not said to their face, you're autistic. So, I'm 49, I'll be 50 in October, and I'm a leader in the spiritual community among a bunch of other leaders. And most of the leaders do have the same consensus. Yeah. We don't need proof of your diagnosis to believe you. No. You know who you are. And mutual respect. Yeah. So, if I say I'm just sitting here, I'm learning, and I say, oh my God, I think I'm autistic, I'm spectrum-y. I'm in that weird gray area between super high functioning and neurotypical. But the more I learn about autism, the more I learn about high functioning autism, about spectrum-y people, the more I'm 100% sure that this is me. Yeah, well, first of all, congratulations for taking the step to try to learn about who you are. Way to go. Yeah. But if you can get a diagnosis, of course that's always great. It's worth doing. But we have a whole bunch of people who have no access to a psychologist, who have no access to a therapist, who have no access to anything, but they're smart enough to figure something out. Yeah. So, for example, say I want to go to a therapist to get a diagnosis. Yeah. So I call up a bunch of therapists. No, we're not taking any new clients. No new clients. No, we don't take your insurance. No. So, newsflash. Yeah. For the 1%ers out there, or the comfortably wealthy people out there, or people who don't have to worry about paying their bills. Yeah. The other 99% can't just go to the doctor. No. Because the doctor is not taking any new clients, and they definitely do not take your insurance. So I decide to go and pay $180 an hour cash to go talk to a psychologist. Go through the door, say, I think I'm high-functioning spectrum-y, and here are the reasons why. And the psychologist listens, and after the hour is done, the psychologist says, yes, I too agree. What has changed for me? Absolutely nothing, except I have $180 less in my pocket. I don't get some sort of certificate. I don't get some sort of pass that helps me in any way. I get nothing. I leave that office the same way I came in. And so that's why a lot of people who are spiritual leaders, a lot of autistic people say, welcome to the club. Yeah. They don't say, when did you get your diagnosis? Who diagnosed you? Prove it, prove it, prove it. So with the autism diagnosis, yeah, what does it get you? Jack shit. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Another person has said yes. Yeah. You are who you say you are. Yeah. So that's why, and like, most people don't choose to give themselves a title that will immediately put a struggle into their life and a stigma into their life and all that thing, just willy-nilly. So if you haven't had a diagnosis, you're not like second rate. You're not like a faker. You know who you are. And if all this information resonates with you, then you know who you are. And welcome to the club. Yeah, you sexy motherfucker, you. Oh my God. All right. So, yeah. It's called mutual respect. So if somebody says, this is who I am, we should try to take a stance with people that we say, okay, I believe you. Not, bullshit, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. No, I'm just gonna armchair psychologize you. And I'm gonna go through my own stuff and just decide what I think you are. Well, you don't have, no. Well, I'm not a psychologist. I don't got a whoop-de-doo, but I don't believe you when you tell me what you are. Yeah, because you don't got a whoop-de-doo. But I've decided you're this. Yeah. Just ignore those people. Just ignore those people. All right. There you go. And if you can see a psychologist, if you can see a therapist, do it. There's nothing wrong with therapy at all. We just have to remember therapists are magicians themselves. That's why they call it a practice. They're doing their practice. And some therapists are wonderful therapists, and some therapists totally suck, like any other profession. All right. There you go. Yeah, and if a spiritual leader ever tells you don't see a therapist, or if a therapist ever tells you don't see your spiritual leader, yeah, stop seeing that person. The person who's telling you not to see the other people. Because that's a charlatan. And so there are many trees in the forest that will help you be the best tree you can be. And if anybody says you can only talk to me, you can only listen to me, yeah, that's a huge red flag. And if anybody says don't see a therapist, don't see a spiritual leader, don't do that, yeah, that's a big red flag. If anybody wants to seclude you and charge you money, that's a huge red flag. All right. The more the merrier, darlings.